It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. The sun is beaming down in my home bar today, and I wanted to make this video for such a long time. The supermarkets almost undetectably make their own beer. Not many people talk about it. Not many people post things on social media about supermarket own brand lagers. So I thought to myself, why not buy as many as I could get my hands on and do a bit of a comprehensive look at supermarket lagers. I'm going to start off with the lowest ABV that I found. So the reason why I got into this video in the first place was I was in my local Morrisons and I come across this lager at 2% ABV. I was also speaking to a friend, John from Lord's Brewing Company, who said, you should do that series. So it was that, John and myself in Morrisons thinking, 2% ABV lager, let's do a series on budget supermarket beers. Absolutely ideal for 2022. So without further ado, I'm going to get this out. So this comes in a 4-pack. A 4-pack of 440 milliliter cans, 2% ABV, Morrisons Savers. I also want to say very quickly, I'm on my own. There's 20 to 30 beers that I'm going to be going through in this session. Hold tight. I'm going to go as quickly as I can with the beers. Maybe just a minute or two covering the beers. But I've got 4 glasses with 30 beers. It's not going to fit. So I've got my drip tray. I've got a bowl of water. We're going to do a quick glass clean, get the beers out the fridge. That's how we're going to roll. So bear with me. Here we go then. First beer, 2% ABV. What do we get? Golden amber colour, good levels of carbonation, 2-finger white head, clear as a whistle. Let's get the aroma. Not much in the way of an aroma. It's 2% ABV, a little bit of sweet malt, little hoppy, little spicy. Let's dive in. Never thought I'd say this, but a 2% ABV lager in this absolutely kind of incredibly smashable hot sun. It's boiling here in the UK. It's 30 degrees here in this conservatory. It's actually going down really well. Loads of carbonation, loads of drinkability, nice, light, refreshing. The pack was about £2, so we're talking about 50 pence a can. Is it a pass? Depends if you can drink a 2% lager. There's going to be a lot of that as well. I'm not going to be able to drink 30 beers. So, bit of a wash round, bit of a clean. Right, that's drying. We're going to move on to the next beer. Morrisons Continental Lager, 3.5% ABV. So we've seen a notable jump in ABV. What you've seen here now is that they've taken away Savers. So it's not Morrisons Savers anymore, it's Morrisons Continental Lager. I've never seen a Continental Lager at 3.5% ABV. It's news to me, but let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. Already, we might hear a lot of burping as well with the amount of carbonation I'm going to be sticking in my body. I'm only going to have a few sips of each one. It would be absolutely impossible, I think, for any human being to smash 20 to 30 cans and bottles in the space of... I hope to have this video wrapped up in about 30 to 40 minutes. I won't though if I carry on zipping, zapping. So I'm going to crack on. Another beer. Good levels of carbonation. 3-finger white head. Little light for a Continental Lager at 3.5% ABV. Continental Lagers, European Lagers are usually 4.5 to 5% ABV. It was in the same price bracket, that sort of £2 price bracket. So aroma, it just has a little bit more about it than the 2% ABV Morrisons Continental or Morrisons Savers 2% lager. It's got a little bit more about it, this. Taste. To be honest with you, it more or less, there's a little bit more malt. It's a little sweeter. And it's got a little bit of an astringent bitterness. I think I prefer the Morrison Savers over the Morrison's Continental Lager. Pass. I'm going to pass on this one. So it's going to be hit or miss. Pass or not pass. Pass as in I don't want it. I won't be buying that one again. It's a bit of a fail for me. Moving on, it's got to go in the fridge now. So I'm going to try and line these cans up. So I'm trying to go via ABV. So next beer. Just got a little beer fridge down there. Tesco, Ashfield, 3.8% ABV lager. British lager, 3.8% ABV, 440 millilitre can, £1.95 for 4 cans. £1.95 for 4 cans. I'm going to do this in one big, long take. There won't be any editing being done. We're just going to keep rolling. This is as an authentic kind of fly on the wall video of what these lagers look like as there ever will be, I imagine. No editing, no cutting, no messing about. I might have a few slips and bumps along the way, but there we go. We're all human, yeah? Nice amounts. Well, saying that, the cabernet is quite large in this. Not so appetizing. A brewer once told me the smaller the bubble, the better the beer. This has large bubbles on it. Head's dissipated quite quickly. It looks a little bit unattractive, this one. Aroma on this light amber coloured beer, clear. Oh, it's a bit farty. Oh, it's a bit farty and a bit kind of metallic. Ooh, let's get in. It's got a little bit of DMS, which is a farty kind of a little bit of only the smallest pinch, but a little bit of rotting cabbage. It's an off flavour. Perhaps it's just the batch. Perhaps it's just the batch of this lager, but it doesn't look great. I would prefer to go to Morrisons straight away and have their Continental lager over this, the 3.5% ABV. Indeed, I prefer to drink the 2% lager that Morrisons Savers have over this Tesco Ashfield lager. Not very nice, this. Aroma's farty, a little bit of DMS. I'm not drinking it. I'm going to have about 30 pints of beer in my garden. So, we don't like waste on the channel. We really don't like waste. Next beer. I'm already full. If I do cut at all, if you do see a little cut, it's because I simply can't drink anymore and I'm having a little rest. I haven't cut yet, but this is really filling me up. I can already feel the lager, like, and I've only had a few sips. 4% ABV, Argus Brasserie. This is from Lidl. It's a 250 milliliter bottle. It's 4% ABV. I think, top of my head, bought a load of beer today. This was about... Oh. That's exactly what I needed, that little kind of burp. This beer from Lidl I think it was in a 10 pack, it was about £3 or £4. As long as it's decent, should be good value for money. One thing I want to add really quickly. I went to every single supermarket. I didn't find a Co-op lager. I didn't find a Waitrose own lager, own brand lager. If you want a great selection of lagers from a company, from a supermarket, then probably look first at Aldi. They've got about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 different lagers. And then look at Lidl. Lidl have got 4, 5, maybe 6 different lagers. It then goes down, Tesco's got 1, Morrisons got 3 different types of lagers. Sainsbury's had a Czech Pilsner, which we're getting to. Marks and Spencer's had 4 lagers. Marks and Spencer's had a Helles lager, British lager, Belgian lager, and the Czech Pilsner. That was 4. And who have I missed? Sainsbury's had 1 Czech Pilsner. I think that's it. But basically, if you want good quality European lager, then probably a good selection of it, look at Lidl or Aldi. They're your best bet in terms of variety. Right, moving on to Lidl and Aldi. Lidl, Brasserie, Argos Brasserie. Looks good carbonation, 2-finger whitehead. It looks so much better, doesn't it, than the Tesco Ashfield lager. Let's get in. Little light on the aroma. But very tasty, very tasty. If the German supermarkets know what to do best, they know how to brew a German lager. It's terrific stuff, German lager. Terrific. It might even be French. This might even be a French-made lager. But honestly, the Germans know lager. They really do. I'm not going to give any kind of spoiler alerts, but if there's a favourite in all this, it's probably going to be Lidl or Aldi in terms of these lagers. That is light, refreshing, drinkable, lovely, hoppy. Yeah, but catching the sun here. That's pretty good. I quite like that. Let's move on. Let's get the hose pipe out there. Right, that is that one done there then. I'm just grabbing beers out the fridge. There's no kind of rhythm, it's just done by the ABV. This is another Lidl beer. This is Excelsior Lager at 4% ABV. Let's get it out. Lovely carbonation, look at that. I haven't cleaned this glass. Remind me to clean that glass in a moment. We're going to use this glass. It's had a bit of a rinse. I mean, look at that again. Look at this. I mean, compare this to the Ashfield Farm from Tesco. I mean, Tesco are the leading supermarket in the UK with the amount of people that shop in the place. Surely they can get an own brand lager, right? Anyway, let's not overly moan. Let's not overly complain. It's just a guide. 3-finger whitehead. Nice level of carbonation. Clear. Straw coloured. Let's get the aroma. Isn't this perfect timing? I mean, you must be thinking to yourselves, it's sunny, it's summer, it's beautiful weather, gonna hit the lagers. I wanted to make this video all summer long. Lots of carbonation coming my way. So Excelsior then, 4% ABV. Smells very similar to the Argos, Brasserie Argos. Ooh, but it's got a bit of a tinny metallic flavour. A little bit of a tinny metallic flavour in there. Actually prefer the Argos. So the Argos, sorry, is a pass. This might be a fail. The Argos is a win. This is a little bit too metallic for me. A little bit tinny, a little bit metallic. It doesn't have that same kind of rounded loveliness about it than the... It's a little bit metallic on the aroma as well. Yeah, Excelsior, probably not for me, this one. I'm going to have to clean some glasses. Keep things rolling, yeah. Right, next beer. This is another canned beer from Lidl. Rattling out the canned beers. 4.6% ABV. Actually, I think I got a lower ABV one. Mistake on my part. As I mentioned earlier, there's no takes in this, there's no cuts. I might make a couple of mistakes along the way. Right, this is from Asda. This is Bière Deluxe, French style lager, 4% ABV, selected for Asda. Here we go. This is a 500ml can, 4% ABV. Big kind of hiss and fizz of carbonation. I'm losing track of glasses now. Which one's dry, which one's wet. This might be a marathon video, this. A real marathon, are we? I don't even know if we're still filming. Right then, this really is... Yeah, we're 17 minutes in. My apologies, everybody. This really is a... It's too bright. I can't see if we're filming or not. It's so bright. The last thing I want is to be standing here in front of a smartphone camera talking for like 20 minutes about beers and opening beers that I'm not even recording to. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be a bit rough and ready. 3-finger whitehead. Good levels of carbonation, a straw-coloured beer then. Let's get the aroma. A little citrusy, a little peppery and spicy. Smells okay, this one, actually. 4% ABV. Let's dive in. In terms of price, what was the price of this one? I think it was under £3. That's lovely. That's lovely. No off flavours, no tinniness, great drinkability, lovely water quality to it, nice carbonation, very soft, little lemony, little spicy. Oh yeah, I like this Bière Deluxe. Oh, that's lovely. That is really lovely, really soft. You know when you're drinking a good lager. You know when you're drinking a good lager. This is a great big thumbs up for me. Bière Deluxe French style lager from Asda. On we go. I'm really full up now. Whoa. Ah, damn. Right. What was that? That was... Oh, hang on. No, I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Right then. British lager. 4% ABV. Marks and Spencer. Nice and cold, this one. Marks... I want to say something about Marks and Spencer's. Now, you'll pay a little bit more money for this British lager. It was £5 for 4 cans. £5 for 4 cans. So, definitely more money than the rest. Oh. The Eagle Brewery used to be Wells and Young's. So if you're a fan of Wells and Young's beers from years ago, the Eagle Brewery is where this has been brewed, the old Wells and Young's Brewery. We have a 2 to 3 finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation, straw coloured beer. What I was telling you earlier was you're paying that £5 for the Marks and Spencer's lager, but they're chilled. All their lagers are chilled in a fridge. I thought that was really impressive by Marks and Spencer's, and that's why you're paying a little bit more money, I think. This is definitely the coldest beer because it was already chilled when I put it in the boot of my car. The other beers are chilled, but this is almost kind of like stone cold chilled. Smells good, 4% lager, smells okay. But I actually prefer the Bière Deluxe. This has it's a little bit watery, to be honest with you. It's a little bit thin, it's a little bit watery, it's a little bit too refreshing. It's a bit wishy-washy, there's not much going on. There's not much pepperiness, spiciness, hoppiness coming through. There's no real malt flavour. Isn't it funny? You could be paying £3 for 4 cans of Bière Deluxe in Asda. You might think, you know, you're getting a better beer from Marks and Spencer because it's a luxury supermarket. You'd be paying £2 more for 4 cans. And actually, it turns out, right, this has glucose syrup in it. So it's not like lots of malt. You can taste it. It's not an all malt or corn or even rice. You can taste that kind of sweet glucose syrup, kind of emptiness, that thinness about it. Pass. As in bad pass. As in Marks and Spencer's. What are you doing? It definitely shows in life, doesn't it? It shows you can pay more money for something, and there's something cheaper out there that tastes much better. The Bière Deluxe by Asda so far and the Argos are the front runners for cheap supermarket brand beer. Let's move on. Right, 4.55%. Let's have a look. What's this? 1879, 5%. Being as quick as I can, everybody. 4.7. 4.7% ABV. Steinhauser German Lager, 4.7. It has been. Is this Aldi own brand? Now then. Right. It's been brewed according to the German purity law. I definitely picked it up in Aldi. Rheinbacher Group. Okay, so it's a private company. Do you know what? I bought it. I'll chuck it in. You're going to get these beers from places like Aldi, where it doesn't have... The rest have had Marks and Spencer's, Morrisons. Where else have we been drinking beer from? Asda, Lidl. This is one beer that doesn't have the Aldi branding on it, but I know this is always available in Aldi, and it definitely rocks up into that kind of cheaper lager bracket. So 3 finger whitehead, very light, very straw coloured, slow moving carbonation. Aroma. A little bit lemony, a little bit spicy. Very clean aroma. Taste. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh! You really get a sense of the malt. You get a sense of the biscuit malt. This is definitely 100% all malt lager. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's carbonated. This is lovely beer. Oh, that's a lovely lager. The Germans really do know how to brew lager. This is the one beer I'm thinking to myself, have I got to throw it away? I'm going to have to throw it, but basically, definite pass this one, a good pass. This is, I'm getting my passes wrong now, aren't I? This is a definite win. This is a win. Go for it. It's in Aldi. It's relatively cheap. Can't quite remember the price, but pretty good. Another beer we're throwing away. I felt that one though. I felt that one. That was one that I really didn't want to throw away. That is my kind of easy drinking all malt lager, that one. Let's move on. Blow my neck, we're rattling through these. Right, I think we're going to go we're going to go to Galaru. We are going Galaru, and I'm just quickly going to double check we are still filming. Yes, we are. We're 26 minutes in. It's not bad, actually. It's not a bad time. I thought we might be. Best. I mean, we've got a good little system here. Pot washing, pouring lagers, chucking lagers in the garden. I don't normally chuck my beers away. This is from Lidl. This is a Galereux. I used to drink a beer from Lidl when I first moved to this house as a 20-year-old man, when I had literally next to no money. It was a treat when I used to get paid on a Thursday. I used to go shopping on a Thursday. Of course, I used to put my food first, and then whatever little bit of change I had left, I used to buy myself a pack of the 4 cans of lager. I can't remember the name of the damn stuff now, but it was in a white can about 20 years ago. I used to cane that stuff. I used to love it. 4 cans on a Thursday, my little treat for the week. 3-finger white head, good levels of slow moving carbonation, straw coloured aroma. Ooh, a little bit. This one's got a little bit of tinniness, a little bit of rotting vegetable about it. Amazing, you know, when you're absolutely brasso, you've got no money at all. It's amazing when you've got the last few quid, exactly what a treat can be. I mean, even I'm talking to you today as somebody who's drank over 8,000 beers. So I can pick out these slight kind of farty smells, these slight kind of tinny, metallic flavours and smells. But back then, as a 20-year-old, I'd have no idea. I was just guzzling the stuff, you know. Here we go then. Oh, I love that. Tastes like it's got sweetness in it. Tastes like it's got that kind of, maybe that glucose, kind of glucosey, syrupy, malted dextrose. No. I'm not really enjoying this one, to be honest. This one's a fail. This one's a fail for me. Little bit too sweet, little bit too artificial. We'll have a quick look at the ingredients on this one. Right, quick look at the ingredients just to let you guys know. And what a surprise, there are no ingredients. There's no ingredients on this. All it says is it contains barley, but honestly, this has some kind of awful sweetener in it. If you like sweet beers, you might like this, but it's not a naturally sweet beer. This has got some kind of glucose syrup or something in there. It's not pure beer. It's certainly not like that Steinhauser German lager. Right, that is a complete fail, the little Galaroo. Oh, pardon me. I'm properly burping now. Properly burping up this carbonation. Right, Morrisons, we're back to Morrisons. Round the block a bit. Started off with a 2% lager. Started off then with a 3.5% ABV lager. Now we're moving on to more of a, they're calling this a premium export lager, 4.8% ABV. What you notice here is there's not much of a jump in price. Now I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this beer, but it certainly wasn't overly expensive. I don't think it was much more than £3 for a 4-pack of this beer. Now, if it's a good beer at 4.8% ABV, then this is going to be in your trolley every week, isn't it? This is going to be the type of beer that, you know, 440 can, 4.8% ABV. You might kind of enjoy this a little bit. It's one of those you haven't got to think about it too much if if you're watching your pennies. 4-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. This is a deeper amber colour, clear. Let's get the aroma. Ooh, a little sweet. I think that pure malt German lager, that Steinhauser, I think that spoilt me a bit. That's really kind of like set the bar. Ooh, this is a little sweet on the aroma. Let's dive in. Oh, there's the smallest hint of vanilla in here. Smallest hint of vanilla, a little bit of sweetness, but you know what? I quite like that. It's drinkable, it's refreshing, there's no tinniness. There's no metallic flavours. There's no rotting vegetables, rotting cabbage. There's no fartiness coming through. It's clean. It's crisp. I actually think this is a pass. This is a pass from Morrisons. A thumbs up, winning pass. Quite like it. That's quite nice. That is quite nice. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. That's a good beer. Quickly clean my glass. Put it on the drip tray. Right. I've realised that I've got all sorts of cans here that you probably want to have a look at. So I'm going to start lining. I'm getting out of breath here. Next can. Right. Pardon me. Right, I've had a bit of a mix up with the ABV. There's one there for 4.5% ABV. It's a Helles lager. I think that's going to be okay though. Being a Helles lager, it's a really good quality lager. And I know it's a good quality lager because I've had this before. It does have sugar in it though. I seem to remember kind of enjoying this one. Marks and Spencer's Helles lager. Are we still recording? I'll be able to... I think we are. Yeah, we're still going. You know, the interesting thing about this video is that we've probably still got about eight lagers to go here. Which is quite incredible, isn't it? 8 lagers to go. This is Marks and Spencer's Helles lager. In terms of price, I think it's about £4.50 for 4 cans. So you know you're really looking again. You want this to be a quality lager. No messing about. You want this to be a decent tasting lager for the price you're paying for the beer. Straw coloured, good levels of carbonation. There's a slight haze in there, which is indicative of a Helles lager. 1 to 2 finger whitehead. Aroma. Farty, metallic. Oh dear, Marks and Spencer's. Very tinny, very metallic. It's amazing because you're basically gauging it across all of the lagers I've tried here today, and I can definitely get a tinny, sulphury, farty. What a shame. Let's dive in. It tastes better than it smells. But I'm still, as I'm breathing, as I'm tasting, I'm breathing, getting your nose in there, getting that kind of farty aroma. It's a shame, really. I mean, I don't remember it being farty and tinny and metallic when I reviewed it in a big kind of 10-minute review. But this can here is it's a little bit farty and metallic. This is a fail for me. It's a fail. Woo! Next beer. Right, we're on to the bottles. So where did them Pilsners go? I've lost some beer. Right. I've lost some. I've misplaced some. I've misplaced some Pilsner from Asda. Right, this is Brasserie 1897, 5% ABV, 440 milliliter can. This is, of course, Aldi's take on Kronenbourg. I reviewed this very, very recently, so I'm really interested to see how this goes up against all of the other supermarket lagers that we've been reviewing today. Good levels of carbonation, 3 finger whitehead, aroma. Lovely. Carbonation's got me. Right. A little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. Quite nice actually. A little bit of sweetness in there. It might be an artificial sweetness, but it's actually working. It's not overly done. Hoppy, bitter, spicy. Lovely, lovely, a lovely beer. It is a little bit sweet. It definitely has a little bit of, say, maybe a little bit of glucose in there that they've been brewing with. But what I will say is that it's been done in such a way that it's a really decent beer. It's a really, really decent beer. I like that. Brasserie 1897 from Aldi is a thumbs up. We're losing the sun. We are losing the sun. I can cool down a bit now. You fell out again, eh? Right, next beer. Okay, next up, need a bottle opener. This is fake, or the kind of like the fake version of Stella in Aldi. This is their premium lager beer. It's called Sainte Etienne. Good bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Feel myself slowing down. I feel myself kind of, I'm feeling the pace. I'm feeling this pace. I'm looking in the fridge, there's like 8 to go. I'm like, oh my goodness me. How am I going to get these in? Ah, this is skunky. I can smell the skunkiness from here. Bit of a shame, this one. Green glass bottle. Bit of skunkiness. But you know what? We get a bit of skunkiness from Stella. So I'm wondering if this is purposely brewed to be skunky. I don't have time to go into skunkiness today. If you want to Google skunkiness, you go ahead and Google it. Skunkiness in beer, or a skunky beer, Google. Very, very skunky. I'm just going to give this a quick taste. I'm probably not going to give this too much time of day. It's got that kind of French continental lager feel to it. That French green glass bottled beer that's been maybe in the sun too long. It's a little sweet, it's a little malty. It's skunky from the hops. Yeah. Pass. A bad pass, you know. This is a bad pass. This is not. I won't be buying this again. These lagers, by the way, in the bottles, they're about £1.20 in Aldi. So next beer. Woo! Probably 6, right. The funny thing is that Aldi know how to make beers not skunky, and that is to put them in a brown bottle. This is in a brown bottle. It's Birra Mapelli, Italia. Of course, Moretti is in brown bottles. This is how to not make a skunky beer. Same company, Aldi. Completely different bottle. This will not be skunky whatsoever. Again, I'm just grabbing glasses at this point. So the sun's dipped enough away that I can see in my mirror that we're still recording now. So it should be a little bit plain sailing from here in terms of the technology. Right, we got a 2 to 3 finger whitehead, nice levels of carbonation. It's a deeper amber coloured lager. It's very clear. Let's get the aroma. Malty, bready, biscuity, but with something there. Maybe the smallest amount of rotten cabbage in this one. In terms of the Saint Etienne, the fake Stella, that had no rotten vegetables. That had not much tinniness. That was just skunky. This has a different kind of set of problems. This has a little bit of DMS in it. A little bit of rotten vegetable. Jeez. But I can barely breathe. Never mind drink. It's nice. Okay, I can get over that slight ever so slight rotten vegetable, but I can get over that by, there's nothing in the taste. It's nice and bitter. It's clean, crisp, refreshing. Yeah, that's a pass. That's a thumbs up. That is a thumbs up. I would buy this Mapelli again. I seem to remember liking this when I reviewed it. When I reviewed this one up against Birra Moretti, I think it was. That's a winner. Oh. Do you know, I wish I'd come into this on an empty stomach. A massive bowl of curry before I did this. Right. Perlenbacher Pils, Perlenbacher 4.8%. 4.8% ABV, Perlenbacher Pils. They do have a canned version of this, which I probably could have picked up, but I didn't want 4 cans. I already had a boot full of beer from all of the other supermarkets. So this story goes today that mid-morning decided I was going to do this supermarket beer thing, and I just spent 3 hours. It took me 3 hours collecting all these beers up from different supermarkets. But I had a boot full of beer at this stage. And if I didn't have to buy a 4-pack, I didn't have to buy a 4-pack. So I bought a single bottle. The downside of the single bottle is that it is in green glass. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not the brewer. Of course, I'm not the brewer. My point is that it was Aldi's choice to put this in a green glass bottle, not mine. And that I didn't need 4 cans of it. So off we go then. 3-finger white head, good levels of carbonation, straw coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. You definitely get a sense of hops. You definitely get a sense of malt. It is the smallest amount of skunkiness, but it's quite hidden away behind the spiciness, the pepperiness. Yeah, so it's manageable, certainly in the aroma. Also, it's getting dark. The sun's got... Been here so long drinking these beers. Sun's gone away now. I quite like Perlenbacher. This is a... Oh, this is a good pass. This is a winner. But I think if I was in the aisle of Lidl, where you obviously buy Perlenbacher Pils, I think I would be buying the cans. I think I would go with the cans over the bottles. The only problem I could see with the cans is the metallic nature of the cans might give it a little bit of tinniness. But it's a double-edged sword, isn't it, though? Do you take tinniness from the can, or do you take skunkiness from a green glass bottle? I'm literally gargling lager at this point. I think I go with a bottle. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Still going. Still going. I'm going to quickly... I've left some Pilsner from Asda somewhere. Mel, would you be a dear and I think I've left some Asda Pilsner somewhere. 4 cans of it. Hopefully, haven't left it in the blooming car. If I've left it in the car, it's too late. But if you can find them, that would be amazing. They might be somewhere. No, it's not them. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I may have left the Pilsner. No, I wouldn't have left the pill. I've been drinking the Asda beers, haven't I? Right, Rheinbacher Pilsner. This is a Purity Law beer in brown glass. For me, this is Aldi's. This is a good beer from Aldi. Do you know, it'll be really interesting. Still gargling beer. It'll be really interesting to see how this kind of fares up against the other beers that I've been drinking today. I got a funny feeling. I slated this a year ago because it went into green glass bottles, and I just wasn't pleased, was I? But they put it into brown glass again. I'm not sure if they changed the ABV again. I can't remember. It's 4.5. Here we go. It's tinny. It's tinny and metallic. Oh man, I thought I'd love this. I thought this would be the beer. Brown bottle. Rheinbacher premium lager. Premium pills. It's a little bit tinny and metallic, this. It's okay. Oh, my wonderful wife. My wonderful wife has found me my Asda Pilsner.
Put it on the side.
Are you able to?
No.
No, she's yeah. As my wonderful wife has found me this Asda Pilsner 5% ABV. It has been in the fridge, so I think we'll go straight into that one now. Basically, I've got some beers. Pour some away. Before I go, remind me to show you the river of beer in my garden. Now, I know it's a hell of a waste. This is the first time I've ever wasted beer in this manner, but it's the only way I can possibly do this. There's no other way. Literally, there is a river of beer. Right, Rheinbacher. If you can deal with the tinniness of the Rheinbacher, it's a really cheap lager. It used to be a lot better. It used to be a hell of a lot better than it is today. Only a couple of years ago. Now, doesn't that look nice? This is Asda. Doesn't that look nice? 5% ABV. Brewed in Great Britain, 500ml can. 500ml can, 5% ABV. This was around £4 something for the 4-pack. I'm really pleased. My good wife found this for me, because this would have been lost forever. I'm just hoping that I've not lost any beers in the back. I've had to use 2 fridges. The amount of beer that I picked up for this video was insane. I'm literally swimming in lager. So there's beer in the main fridge, beer in my little beer fridge. There's beer everywhere today. Lots of lager beer from supermarkets. 3-finger Whitehead, good levels of carbonation, nice looking clear beer. Let's get the aroma. Smells all right, that. That smells okay. Little bit. Little bit nothing really. It's peppery, spicy, malty. Yeah. It's so easy to be overly critical in life, isn't it? Let's dive in. Sweet, but bitter, nicely balanced, peppery, spicy, hoppy, drinkable, refreshing. Nothing wrong with this Pilsner whatsoever. If I was going to be hypercritical, I'd say if they could dial back on the sweetness a little bit, this would be a phenomenal Pilsner. For what it is, it's still very good. It's still a very good Pilsner. This is a win. This is a win from me. I'm not even looking how many cans there. I'm not even looking how many cans and bottles are there. My goodness me. I've got you're actually balanced on top of my perfect draft, and I literally just almost instinctively went to pour a beer on my perfect draft. Right, next beer. Woo! 5.1% ABV Rossini lager. This is a Peroni fake from Aldi. Aldi like to clone. Maybe I should use the word clone, not fake. Aldi like to clone beers. This is definitely a Peroni looking beer. Gold bottle cap. Here we go. I don't know what glasses are being used at this stage. It's just me, myself and I doing this today. Now I've had a drink, I can kind of tell you. I can tell you what was going on. I offered them a wage if they would pot wash for me tonight. Just be a runner. Just run back and forth cleaning glasses for me. They weren't interested. They were not interested. So I said, fine, I don't care. I'll get myself a plastic bowl we wash the windows with. I'll fill that with water. And boom, I'll use that little plastic bowl instead. Anyway, 2-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. Clear looking beer. Aroma. Not a bit of skunk. Not a bit of skunk. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? It's not skunky at all. The Stella fake is really skunky. The Peroni fake is not skunky at all. This Rossini lager, and they're both in green bottles. If there was ever an example of Aldi copycatting other companies, this is it. If you buy a green bottle of Stella, you're guaranteed to get skunk. Guaranteed. Aldi have gone, do you know what? We'll skunk that one too. That Saint Etienne, that fake Stella. We'll fake that one too. We'll skunk it up. This, the Peroni, not a bit of it. Not a bit of skunk. A little bit dry, a little bit spicy, peppery, little bit like, it's all right. but it's not overly hoppy. It's not overly sweet. It's just wet. It's just wet. This is not my favourite by all means. No off flavours. Nothing wrong with it. Drinkable. Would I drink it at a barbecue if I was short of a few pound? This is what this whole thing's about, really, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely I would. So, for that reason, I'm going to say a pass. But it's a pass with... It's a winning pass with... There's better, cheap beers out there from supermarkets. So far, if we can cover it very quickly, the Steinhauser is just phenomenal beer. That is really good lager. The Argus Brasserie, really, really good. The Bière Deluxe from Asda, really, really good. Unbelievably, the 2% lager from Morrisons, it's okay. It's completely drinkable. It's kind of like shandy territory. It's a bit weird, but it works somehow. Anyway, next beer. Right, I got 3 to go. 3 to go.
Oh.
This is a Belgian lager from Hatch Brewery in Belgium. I know the brewery. I spoke to them in Brew London. And this is a medium-bodied lager, lightly hopped with a crisp finish. Marks and Spencer's 5% ABV, 440 milliliter. I remember this being good. I remember this like having none of that like sugar that was added to the Marks and Spencer's British lager. I remember not liking the British lager, but I remember liking this Belgian lager. There is a difference in price. Marks and Spencer's will charge you £5 for a 4-pack of British lager. This will cost you 50p more. This will be £5.50 for this Belgian lager. But it is brewed by Brewery Hatch. Brewery Hatch produce some terrific lagers. If you've not tried this beer, their beers, please try them. This has got a 3 to 4 finger white head, good levels of carbonation, clear looking straw coloured lager. Aroma. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit peppery, a little bit hoppy, a little bit of malt there. Let's dive in. I like that. Belgian lager. Little bit of Belgian candied sugar. Little bit of Belgian candied sugar. But there's a definite Belgian feel to it. A definite nice kind of drinkable, refreshing, smashable, slightly sweet, lovely candied sugar, hoppy, bitter, nicely carbonated Belgian feel to this. Is it worth £5.50 for 4 cans? That's up to you. That's completely up to you. It's a lovely beer. It's a lovely beer. But I still think, at the moment, I still think this Steinhauser German lager smashes everything else out the pack. so far. And I've left the last two beers now is going to be a little bit of a battle. They're two Czech lagers. Now the Czechs have got a fantastic reputation, that's what I was looking for. It's a bit late in the day now. Fantastic reputation for producing really good Czech lager. I've got a Czech lager from Marks and Spencer's. I've got a Czech lager from Sainsbury's. The final two beers are a battle. I'm going to show you those beers. And then I'm probably going to bed. The sun has completely left my little bar here in Wales in the UK, so I don't mind leaving one of these beers out for a little while, for the couple of minutes that it takes to review one. This is the Sainsbury's Czech Lager. It's 5.1% ABV. This is the Marks and Spencer's Czech Pilsner Lager at 5% ABV. The Marks and Spencer's one's been brewed in the Czech Republic. The Sainsbury's one has been brewed in the Czech Republic. So they're both brewed in the Czech Republic. The difference is Sainsbury's have gone with green glass, so there's a little danger of skunking going on. The Czech Pilsner from Marks and Spencer's is in a brown bottle, so there's probably no danger of skunking whatsoever. I'm going to go with the Marks and Spencer's first because it's 5% ABV. Whew, two to go. Look at this beer from Marks and Spencer's. Look at this. Look at this. 4-finger, white head, good levels of carbonation. It's a lovely golden amber colour. Let's get the aroma. You can tell I'm excited. I love Czech beer. Yeah, that just smells like liquid of the gods. Worty, malty, biscuity, bready, spicy, peppery, lemony. Oh yeah, here we go. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal beer. How much did I pay for this? I think I paid £2.50. £2.50, I believe it was in Marks and Spencer's. Depends on your budget. You've got a wide selection of beers here. I've talked about sweet beers. I've talked about bitter beers. You're able now to get a good grasp. If you can put up with tinniness, if you can put up with a little bit of kind of rotting vegetables, not many of you can, then there's a beer for everybody here. That is, and this is the point of this video. There is a beer for all of you out there. If I was a little bit short on cash, what would I do? I'd probably still buy the Steinhauser. I'd probably still, I mean, that for a cheap little beer in Aldi is incredible. If I had a little bit more money to spend on beer, then I would probably buy a pack of the Steinhauser. I would probably buy 3 or 4 bottles of this Marks and Spencer's Czech Pilsner. Although we've not had the Sainsbury's Czech Pilsner yet. But this is delicious. It's a crying shame to throw it away. And last but not least, we'll count these beers when I'm done. We'll definitely flaming count them. I feel like my stomach is like, I feel like I've done like 1 million sit-ups, and I feel like after I've done 1 million sit-ups that I've just got this like burning sensation in my stomach. Gold bottle cap. Lovely looking beer. .1% ABV. Green glass bottle. Three to 4 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation. Golden amber in colour. I'm hoping that it's not skunky. I'm hoping that the marketing team at Sainsbury's have realised that they put their beer, or a Czech beer, in a green glass bottle. It smells absolutely fine. In fact, it smells, the aroma is exactly the same as the Marks and Spencer's beer. Cost me £2 for the bottle. I think this is exactly the same beer. There's not an inch, there's not an ounce of difference between this and the Marks and Spencer's Czech Pilsner. There is not a bit of difference. Not an ounce. It tastes exactly the same. And there's a British law. You can have differences in ABV of up to something like 0.3%. Something like that. Some of you guys might know the actual figure. But Marks and Spencer's or Sainsbury's are completely in their right. I'm struggling now. They're completely in their right to say one's 5%, one's 5.1% ABV. And it could very well be the exact same beer. It's tasting like the exact same beer. So of course, it's a massive pass. It's a massive pass. It's fantastic. Really good beer. Really, really good beer. From Sainsbury's then. Sainsbury's Czech Pilsner is a winner. And that concludes today's events. But I want to conclude on all of these supermarkets. I want to start off with the least. So the least was definitely Waitrose. I went to Waitrose and Co-op today, and there wasn't a single Co-op own brand beer. There wasn't a single Waitrose own brand beer. Now I do remember saying Waitrose once brewing a Weiss beer, and they definitely brewed a Dunkelweiss at one stage. Might have been 15 years ago. I don't know. But I remember drinking the Waitrose Dunkelweiss and their Weiss beer. Technically ale, but if I seen it today, because I made an effort to go to Waitrose, I probably would have added those beers in, because that was your best representation of what you could possibly call a lager from Waitrose. But nevertheless, slightly disappointed that Waitrose don't do their own lager. Slightly disappointed that Co-op, albeit for me a small Co-op, didn't do their own lager. Moving up, Tesco, the market leading supermarket in the UK. They've got one lager, followed by Sainsburys that have one Czech Pilsner. And then we move on to the slightly larger the larger producing lager supermarkets. That was a tongue twister. And I think the next one probably goes to Asda and Morrisons. Asda have got a Pilsner. Asda have got a Sainte Deluxe, Bière Deluxe. And Asda got two. Asda got two. Morrisons have got three. Morrisons have got 2%, 3.5%, and a 4.8% ABV export lager. They've got 3 beers. And then we hit the proper discounters, the market disruptors who have disrupted the UK supermarket scene here in the UK for a number of years. If you want to taste a few different varieties of cheap tasting European lager, look no further than Lidl. And the winner, I would say, is... can I say Aldi? Can I say Aldi? Because technically, this beer is always in Aldi's. It's always in Aldi's. It's part of their setup. It's part of their staple range of beers. The only slight catch is that Aldi don't have their name on the back. That's the only point of difference, is that Aldi do not have their name on the back. Does that matter? Does that matter? Because if you look at Marks and Spencer's, that's been brewed at the Hatch Brewery. The British lager's been brewed at the Eagle Brewery. Does it matter? I think not. I think not. I think the fact that you can only buy, and this is the important point, you can only buy this Steinhauser German lager in Aldi. You can't buy it anywhere else. You can't go to Morrisons or Tesco's or Lidl or anywhere. I'm losing my track of thought. Anywhere else. So for me, the winner of this giant supermarket beer battle, it's literally a river out here. The winner goes to Aldi, I think. I think it goes to Aldi. Comment in the comments box. If you think different, then please let me know. And before I go, I'm definitely going to show you my river of beer. Look at that. Look at that. It's like rolling down the garden. That's the longest video we've ever produced on the channel in one single take. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your views. I appreciate everything that you guys offer my channel. I'm going to go for a little lie down now. The sun has gone away. It's definitely the evening. It's not the morning. I'm going to rate this whole session of beers. And I'm going to say the winner is Steinhauser, followed by Argus, followed by Bière Deluxe. What a beer that is from Asda, Bière Deluxe. The point is here, is if you were down to your last few quid, if you're slightly skint, I've been there. I've been there many times where I've got no money. Then you have a choice. You will always have a choice. You'll always have a choice. Somebody will always have your back. Even if it's one of the worst tasting beers, it's not disgusting. I mean, probably one of the worst was Lidl's Galaroo traditional beer. They've not called it a premium lager, in big letters, traditional beer. If you're really, really struggling, then it's not disgusting. There's better beers from supermarkets that I've shown you, but it's not disgusting. It's drinkable. It's edible. Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done. I hope you liked the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.